Good morning, everybody. Christopher Yaks here, Aquascapes of Michiana in sunny Southern California. Well, hey, it is my last morning here, and I am headed off to the airport, and kind of want to show you guys where we left off, and kind of want to show you where we got to in my time here. We didn't get the project finished, which is disappointing. It's a bummer, but you know, things happen on large projects like that. It's not anybody's fault. I mean, it's just things change, work orders change, more work. The client wanted more things done. I mean, and it just kind of put us in a position where we weren't going to be able to finish everything before I left. So unfortunately, not going to get to see this thing run for the first time. But Don has invited me and my wife, sweetheart, we are coming to Southern California the last weekend of March, and we are going to see this thing running when it is absolutely done. All the landscaping's done, the putting green's going to be done. I'll be able to tee off with Don from the other side, so I'll be bringing my golf clubs, and we're actually going to enjoy a long weekend here with Don and some of his friends, christening the pond in March when he gets back. So just kind of want to, like I said, it's not anybody's fault. Things happen on a project, work changes happen, work gets added, things like that, logistics, scheduling. We had, 4 pallets of Aquascape product that, that should have been here earlier, but it wasn't, not of anybody's fault. I mean, it was just kind of the amount of material that was coming. It just didn't get here until it was too late. So bummer. I am upset about it, but you know what? I have so many great memories here, on the work that we did get done, and I am so proud of these guys. I want to give a big shout out to Columbia Water Gardens for even involving me in this project. I've learned so much from you guys, not necessarily from, like how to bib and those kinds of things, but just from a leadership standpoint, seeing how you guys work together. You guys are always positive. You guys are, always hurrahing and things like that. Things that, I need to bring into my business, because I'm more of the 1980s construction foreman. I don't care, get it done, because it's your job. That kind of thing. So big shout out to Jeff Michaels from Pondering Waters. I got to work with him for about a month and a half now, and really got to see what his abstract style is and what it's all about. And he actually got to teach me what he's doing, why he's doing it, and things like that. And that's something that I'm going to be able to bring back to my clients in Northern Indiana, because if you guys don't know who Jeff Michaels is from Pondering Water, the man's an artist, like just flat out. He's such an artist. I want to give a shout out to Matt Griffin from Prime Lawns down in Houston, Texas, the gunslinger, aka the gunslinger, we call him. Really learned a lot from him as far as getting materials moved around and handling materials in a faster, more efficient manner. Hold on, I'm just getting tired. More efficient manner, and just got to watch him build and just kind of hang out with him. He taught me how to play roulette in the casino, and that was a great time. I had a wonderful time. I forged some really good relationships while I've been here for a month and a half, and I'm never going to forget it. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and when something like this comes around, and you gotta go, because you're gonna regret not going every day of your life once it passes. So that's kind of what my thought was here is just go. Don't worry about it, go. And so without further ado, and saying all my thank yous and everything, let me go ahead and flip this thing around and show you guys where we are leaving off. So this is wetland filter number 1. We've already got it filled, we've got it cleaned, we got our pea gravel in, we got a little bit of bigger gravel that needs to come in here to kind of mix in with the pea gravel. Same thing here, excuse me guys. We got more of that nice Arizona river gravel right here. We're gonna mix in some bigger stuff like we got right there. to kind of mix that up. Same thing here. We're gonna mix all this up with some bigger stuff. We've already got it all cleaned out, ready to go. Filters primed. We got our gravel in for our stream, going all the way out to there. We got our mystery falls done. We got one that's right here, and we got another one that's over there. The bridge is actually going to be going right here, and the bridge is being provided by Skyline Bridges, our really good friend Bernie Kirkvliet, who you guys saw I spent a lot of time with when I was out here for a month. Want to give a big shout out to him. Bernie, love you, man. I am definitely going to cry at your funeral. Just had such an amazing time with you, and just learning from you, and just getting to hear your stories, because you know, I got so much respect for you, buddy. But big shout out to him, because he's going to be providing our bridge. Right here you see we got our sonotubes in, and we set our posts for the pier that's going to be going right here. So basically right where this pole is that's going to be a pier. We got our nice sandy beach right here, and it comes out to there. We are actively filling this now, so we're actually getting the pond filled. So this 2.5-inch hose right here goes all the way out to the street that's about 700 feet away to a hydrant, and we're actually filling this up off the hydrant. We got in contact with the city. It allowed us to fill off of that. So we got one wet well. You can see all the boxes that came yesterday. We got all of our plumbing plumbed over here. That is set and ready to go. Guys are showing up this morning. I'm here before everybody. We got our electrical already in right there. And that wet well that's right there is nice and trenched, and we got to get all that plumbed up right there. So we got waterfall number 1, waterfall number 2, waterfall number 3. This area right here where you see the culvert, that's actually a tee box, because over between the skid steer there and that excavator right there, that's actually going to be a putting green. So you are going to be able to tee off from there over the water onto the putting green and be able to make your putt. So that's going to be a great experience that I'll be able to use in March when I come back and see this thing completely done. So we got our other stream. You guys have seen a lot of coverage on this. All the boxes you guys see back there in the background is what they're getting done today. We got a fountainscape that's going up there. Then we got a filter, and then we've got a drop, and then rushing rapids here coming all the way down, and then water level is actually right about there. Where's my foot? Where's my foot? There it is. Right about there. So this is actually going to be a drop. So we got our wet well going. Plumbing's getting done today on this. We got our floating bridge here. So these stones are about 3 inches above, these flat stones are about 3 inches above water level. So you'll actually be able to, when this thing is completely full, you'll be able to walk out So you'll be able to step right here, and you'll literally get to walk out right here to the edge of the deep part of the pond, and you'll be able to jump in. So that's just going to be absolutely beautiful. It's going to be wonderful. So this is the waterfall that I built. So this is a waterfall I built. The middle one's the one Carl made, and the one on the far is the one that Jeff made. So we all kind of put our own little styles in here. So, and in tradition with large projects like this, we usually bury something in our signature, so to speak, for these waterfalls or for these large pond products. And I brought out a pair of sunglasses that I decided to go ahead and bury. I got a crack in the lens from a rock hitting me right in the eye, and it cracked my lens. Saved my eyes, but cracked my lens. And I went ahead and buried my sunglasses that I had out here the whole time right there. So that way there's always a part of me out here with this waterfall. Matt Griffin, who built that other waterfall that I was showing you guys over there, he buried his gloves. I don't know what Carl and Jeff are going to be burying, but they will bury something somewhere. But going back to my waterfall that I built, so the way that I did this is obviously you can see spillway here. So my spillway, my waterfall spillway, is about right in this area where this stone is. And what's going to happen is it's actually deeper than that. So water is actually going to rise out of those rocks and then come over. And then I've also put a relief, kind of like I have my waterfall at home. And I actually made a relief right here. So you'll actually have water coming this way. You have water coming out here, going that way, down here, and then down that way. And then if there's enough pressure, you'll have water coming out that way, and then over there, around, and then down. So my whole point here was to not only just have a spillway coming off of this, I wanted to utilize this entire area right here to maximize, because I got about 12,000 gallons that's going to be coming through this, which is a lot for this smaller area, and it would completely overtake this stone here. So I tried incorporating everything that I could in this side, because this is where the putting green is going to be. So when you're on your putting green, this is what you're seeing. This waterfall is for, and then also back there in the house, that is Don's master bathroom, master bedroom. So this is the waterfall that they're going to be seeing from over there, along with the putting green and that kind of thing. So I wanted to give them the most that I possibly could in order to do that. We put in a couple lights as well. From there, shining up this whole area here, so that way we're good there. We got another drop right there, and then also behind the light we went ahead and put together another relief, so that way not only are you going to get water coming down here and get water coming down there, you're going to get water coming down this way as well. Nice little sneaky mystery falls. We put in another light that's going to shine all of this over here. And then finally, you're going to have your final drop into the pond. So that was my waterfall. That was my part of the project that has my signature on it. This one's Carl's. We've got two spillways in here. You're going to have about 20 to 22,000 gallons come through here. So he put in bigger drops, bigger boulders, bigger areas for the water to pool. And then we got this nice huge rock right there. And all that water is just going to right over there. It's going to be completely just freaking cool. Jeff's area right here, his is going to be another 12. This is another 12,000. He did kind of the same thing I did. He hid his spillway back there. It's going to all come over one drop though, because he's got a much larger stone than what I had. And then all of this, he's got more drops coming in here in between these rocks. He's going to have a pooling area right here to get more sound. It's going to come back there. It's just all over right here. And then finally, you're going to be dropping right here. The point of this one right here, let me take you folks over here. So like I said, this is the peninsula. This is where you're going to tee off. So literally, you're going to tee off from this area just on the other side of those excavators, and you're literally teeing off over the waterfall, over the bridge, over the floating bridge, over the floating bridge, over everything, right over there onto the green. But this waterfall that Jeff made is specifically for this tee box. So when you come on the backside, because there's also going to be a golf cart path right here going along the side of it. So when they pull up on their cart path, you don't see this waterfall from anywhere else on the property. You do not, unless you're right there on the beach. You don't see it anywhere else. So it is specifically for this spot right here. Carl's waterfall in the middle, that is the big one. That is going to be the attention grabber. That is the waterfall for the rest of the property. You're going to be able to see that thing from anywhere on this property. So yeah, so I'm sure Jeff will bury something in his waterfall, Carl will bury something in his waterfall, and his guys will bury something within the pond itself. So as you guys can see, the water is actually getting more full. The pond is filling as I am talking. So I'm sure you guys can see the difference of what it was to where it is now. We got a few fish caves here. So we got a fish cave here, starts here and connects to over there. So that's actually one culvert right there. We got a fish cave right there where you see that black hole. And we got a fish cave right here where you see this rock. Right under all this right here is another fish cave. So, one thing, this is Matt Griffin's build, but he actually didn't know he was doing this until I pointed it out when we were together. He started he's just placing boulders, strap boulders, place boulders. And this is why we call him the gunslinger. He is just go, 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 set it. And he put down a flat rock on top of another flat rock, next to a flat rock, and then it had a square rock behind it. And then as the next flat rock was coming in, I was like, hey, do you realize what you're doing right now? And he's like, no, what are you talking about? And I'll turn this thing around and I'll show you guys. He actually made a throne, and the client went ahead and went out and got a trident and stuck it in there. This is the perfect throne seat because water level is going to be right at about where that tip is, where my finger is, connecting over. So when you actually sit in this thing, you'll be able to have a beer over here, or you'll have your trident over here, and you'll be able to put your beer up there, and you will literally be sitting in water. Water level is going to be right at about the top of your thighs when you're sitting on this thing. So that is just going to be absolutely great. And Matt Griffin had no idea what he was doing when he was setting it until he set that boulder. He set that boulder, then that boulder, then that boulder, then that boulder. Then we set that boulder, and they were bringing this last flat one over here. And I said, Matt, do you know what you're doing? And he's like, what do you do? He's like, what are you talking about? And I go, dude, set this down right here. And we placed it down. I go, look. And he's like, oh, holy crap. Yeah, I just made a throne. So that was kind of funny when we saw that. So, but then this is the face of the stream. So we're gonna have our bridge right there. We're gonna have our pier right here, and that's gonna be about it. So guys, once again, this is Christopher Yaks with Aquascapes signing off from Southern California on the Avenger pond. I wish luck to everybody else who's helping to finish this project up. I know you guys are gonna do a great job, and I will be back the last weekend of March with my beautiful wife to see this thing running and complete, and I will be teeing off from this tee box. Have a great day, guys. I will see you later, and I'm gonna steal Carl's line here. Happy ponding. See ya.